7 out of 10 Americans hate their jobs. That's what the most recent Gallup poll reported. The pain and the cost of this national epidemic to our country, to U.S. corporations, and to the individual worker is staggering. On a national level, this problem costs U.S. companies more than $1.8 trillion per year in workplace productivity. That's a statistic that captures headlines and gets media attention. What doesn't get the same attention is the acute pain and suffering the individual worker experiences when they're stuck in the wrong career. What doesn't get the same attention is how ineffective those individuals are at finding their right career fit. What doesn't get the same attention is the inertia that sets in that allows the individual to languish and suffer for years. And boy, do they suffer. They ruminate endlessly, reviewing the same career options over and over, wasting valuable time and energy, while ultimately failing to come up with a clear career choice. They battle with anxiety, depression, insomnia. Eventually, they check out. We interviewed over 100 people, and not one of them used a strategy, tool, or process that helped them find their right career fit. Instead, they wasted time asking friends and family what they should do, or they simply combed job ads, not knowing what they were looking for, hoping to find a needle in the haystack. It became obvious. People simply do not know how to find their best career fit. That's why we created CareerCheetah, a personalized research-based process to deliver your best career fit. Over 18 years ago, I developed and refined an incredibly successful career discovery process. I helped thousands of people all over the country find their best career fit in one-on-one career coaching sessions. The problem was, it took 2 to 4 months of weekly sessions and cost between $4,000 and $5,000 to complete. For years, I struggled with how to bring this process to the masses and make it more affordable. I wanted a scalable solution. I just didn't know what that was. So I assembled a team of people with diverse skills and backgrounds.
I'm Christine McMullen. I worked at the Johnson O'Connor Research Foundation for 9 years, measuring aptitudes for career and educational guidance.
I'm Kathy Cullen. I've spent 25 years in the trading industry building complex algorithmic trading systems.
I'm Kelly Obish. I've spent 5 years working as a professional consultant, and I'm bringing my discerning eye and creativity to the team.
I am Brian Lake. My diverse background includes being a lawyer, a game designer, and an SEO analyst.
Our team had only been meeting together for a few weeks when we heard about the Chicago Lean Startup Challenge. The timing couldn't have been better. We knew it would inspire us to advance our ideas for a new company. What we didn't know was how much we would learn and how much we would love the experience. The learning started on the very first day of the challenge when we realized we held a lot of assumptions and had many hypotheses to test. When we entered the contest, we first envisioned an online application that guided teens through a process to find their best career fit. Meet Case, an 18-year-old high school senior who had no idea what major or college to target or what career would suit him best. With the average student to guidance counselor ratio of 481 to 1 in the United States, Case was not getting the individualized counseling he needed. So he turned to the CareerCheetah process. Case's mom wrote, "This experience has been life-altering for him. It has forced him to examine what he wants out of life in a way that he would have never been able to without the assistance. His number one choice is an area that he had never considered." Experience like Case's convinced us that the pain point we wanted to concentrate on was before teens made any big moves, like declaring a major. Our first canvas laid out our users as teens and our customers as high schools and colleges. But when we interviewed guidance counselors, teachers, administrators, and educational entrepreneurs, we learned schools want proven statistics, schools' sales cycles are bureaucratic and long, and the morphine pain just wasn't there for our customers or our users. We'll get back to CASE, but for now we concluded that this was not a good first test market. So we got out of the building. We held up signs outside of Starbucks, accosted people, bugged our personal and professional contacts, and asked them to forward our requests to their networks. It was a painful process, but it was easy to find adults unhappy in their careers. So we pivoted. We wanted to test if adults could become the users and customers. We found that they not only had morphine pain, but they might also pay to fix it. It was easy to find beta testers through our personal networks. But we knew we were onto something when a fellow lean launcher sent her husband our way. We walked through the questions on the phone while we recorded on paper. This was our first MVP. But paper and pen was prone to human error, so we created an Excel document. Our process had 3 steps. We recommend personalized careers to research, provide support to do that research, and then deliver their best career fit after they go through the evaluation process. Here's what we learned during this iteration. We learned striking statistics about working adults that validated our customer segment. If 70% of working adults were unhappy in their careers, then just 1% of that marketplace translates into 850,000 potential customers. We tested this with a landing page and AdWords aimed at people unhappy in their careers. Within 2 weeks, we had 280 unique visits, and over 10% of those people signed up. That interest mimicked what we had heard in our extensive interviewing. We validated that people wanted to learn more about careers in general, they wanted guidance on their careers, and they wanted the process to be personalized and fun. We assumed that people wanted the convenience of an online solution. However, in problem interviews, people were skeptical. They repeatedly said they would not pay for this kind of assessment. Consistent feedback from beta testers said they would prefer to see questions instead of listening and responding over the phone. When we asked both of the above populations, what would they pay for? The request for a career expert and personalized attention was overwhelming. Armed with that data, we became committed to creating a process that was visual and offered personalized guidance. We came up with the idea of a workshop and developed a simple interface that would minimize user error and provide a better user experience. We began beta testing in person, allowing the user to work on the app to verify if the format would be usable in a workshop setting. And we're ready to go. We have scheduled August 31st and September 22nd to hold our first 2-day workshop. Our future is TBV. One possibility we will explore for the workshop to be scalable is a franchise model. For now, we'll stick to the lean startup method and use the workshop in 3 ways: as a stepping stone to validate our current hypotheses, as an iterative process for further development of an online application, and as a pilot to test for the Chicago Public Schools. That's right. We haven't forgotten about CASE and the millions of other high school and college students who are forced to decide their future without adequate resources, processes, or time with their guidance counselors. Despite all the obstacles to get into the school systems, we believe our strong alliances with the University of Chicago and Lane Tech College Prep will help us hit the ground running, build credibility, and get the data we need for CareerCheetah to pounce.